Hello everyone. Welcome to the Lady and the Fox podcast.
I'm Taryn.
And I'm Ian.
Oh, did you like it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give you the answer.
Welcome everyone to the Lady and the Fox podcast.
I'm Taryn.
I'm Ian.
Welcome.
Welcome. And don't forget to follow us at the Lady and the Fox podcast on Instagram. Only Instagram. Fuck that Twitter shit. That's only for famous people. We're not famous yet.
So we
You could be one of our first fans.
painted Easter eggs yesterday.
We did. At my mom's house. Did a good job.
Yeah, we tried out a couple Pinterest techniques.
Yeah.
Some worked, some did not work.
Mm-hmm.
I tried the painter's tape method, where you take the painter's tape and you... Oh, thank you so much.
Uh-huh.
That's how nice of you.
Yeah.
How lovely. Let me make sure you're
Thanks.
okay. There we
Are
go.
we good? We're set? Okay, good.
We don't have a hair and makeup department, but...
Yep. We're looking for one if someone wants to intern.
Unpaid internship.
Yep.
Great experience.
Yeah, you can gain...
I've done a couple unpaid internships in my time.
Yep.
You know that, some of the medical ones are, completely, 40 hours a week unpaid? My brother
I would bet
has
sometimes
to do...
more.
Yeah, my brother has to do... God, I swear, he does a lot of hours for speech therapy and unpaid internships to get his, master's. It's crazy.
Oh, really?
Then it's almost like you can't even have a job and do it. It's like you have to almost intern full time.
Well, I guess the term masters means...
You got
any
master,
master at anything, they're fucking just going
I just
for
wish
it.
that they would give them something.
Yeah.
They're giving so much time, and it's hard to have, another
can
job.
you shoot me some gas money or
Yeah,
something?
even gas money or, a free lunch or,
Yep.
I don't know, something.
All this money and no gas money. Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. But anyway, so back to the painting the eggs we did. So I tried the method with the painter's tape, putting the painter's tape on it. So I had my whole design on the egg, and then I was like, okay, ready to dunk it in the, the dye.
The dye, yeah.
The dye. So I put it in the dye. I'm like, yes. So I wait a couple minutes because you want the dye to saturate the egg. You don't want to pull it out right away.
Oh, less vinegar makes the pink more vivid, FYI.
Oh, yeah, FYI,
Yeah.
because this is actually a pretty good point. Everybody thinks that adding more vinegar to the pink to get your eggs really pink.
Complete opposite.
You want to do the opposite. Less vinegar makes your eggs hot pink.
Yep.
More vinegar makes your eggs really light pink. So, anyway, I pull my egg out of the dye thinking that it's going to be awesome with this Pinterest tape, and I just did this Pinterest thing. So I pick it up, all the tape had soaked off of it. The tape was in the dye and everything had
That's
fallen
how any
off of it.
DIY goes. You're like, ooh, that looks easy.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, okay, no problem.
Pinterest fail.
Well, I'm fucked there, and everything's fucked on the third step.
Because I was looking at the pictures on Pinterest, and I was like, oh yeah, easy breezy. 1, 2, 3, get it done.
Yep.
No, tape was all soaked off of it. I was like, oh no, what happened? So we ended up trying it again and just dunking it real quick, and that worked.
Yeah. I think you got about 3 quick dunks in.
Yeah, you kind of got to go 1 and then wait for it to dry.
Then let it dry, then peel the tape off.
Yeah,
then
and
you're good to
even
go.
still, it kind of seemed like it soaked through a little bit.
paint bleed on there.
I don't know how they do
And it's
these.
so hard to cut the tape, too, in those thin strips, you know.
Pinterest is just, I don't know how they do these things.
We're out here shining. What were they doing back in the day? Dunking one color?
I know.
That's old news.
Oh, and we had
Fake news.
A couple glazes, which were pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
The silver glaze and the gold glaze. It came
Yeah.
in a package, and you kind of just rubbed it on the egg, and it kind of gave it
magic in the air.
Yeah, the gold eggs like Willy Wonka.
Yeah. Makes you want to bite right into them, though. Like they're candy.
The gold eggs, they're chocolate or something.
Yes, please.
So you tried that meatball pizza.
Oh,
I didn't
actually,
try it,
back on
but-
the eggs, I want to talk about the crayon melting part.
Oh my god, I forgot about the crayons.
Because when you put a candle in the bottle and it drips down.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, you can melt
I was
the
like
crayons.
dripping it onto the egg, and it was dripping around the sides. Then I'd flip it and drip it down the other side, flip it. It came out really good.
Yeah.
We'll try and get a shot up here.
We're
in front of a green screen, so we're trying to figure this out. We'll see.
The eggs were good, but they were, I don't know, very artistic, I would have to say.
Yeah, abstract to say the least.
I didn't do any of the crayon melting, but you seemed to master it. The eggs came out pretty, I don't know how to describe them, but they're very modern,
yeah.
artistic
I would say if
looking.
we were 13, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between then and now at 26, right?
Well, some of these art exhibits, you walk in and you're like, oh, I could do that. I feel like your eggs could probably have been in some crazy art exhibit where people are like, oh, wow, look at that. And it's like, oh, like I think a child could have done that.
These days, I would just put a regular egg in an art exhibit and be like,
people would,
you can just add your own design to it in your mind.
Yeah, I guess I don't quite understand art. I've never studied art, but they must see something in it, right?
Dollar signs.
Although actually we made we have like this window in our room, and it's a circle window, and the sun comes right through it. So we tried...
right into the eyeballs.
Yes, so we tried hard to figure out, because you can't get like a shade that's like circular. It's actually kind of hard to find something to like put over this. And
well, in fact, you can, but the circle isn't perfect.
I know, it's not a perfect circle.
You can't.
And the sun comes in, and we didn't want to put just like a shade over it, because we kind of want to do something fun. So we decided to get a really big canvas and like paint something, and then we'll put it over the window to block the light that comes through in the morning.
Yep.
So I was like, okay, let's just do something like kind of artistic. So we painted the whole canvas black, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to do those white streaks on it. You know how you see these famous paintings that have the black and the white kind of stripes on it?
Yeah. I want to say Pollock, but that's more splatter, I think.
Yes. You know, something like that. So I was doing it, and I was actually found out that it's really hard to make like unsymmetrical random lines with it. I was like... This is, like, harder than I thought. I thought I was just going to be able to do some lines, but, like, the first time I did it, it looked like a star. Yeah. And I was like, how do you do these random lines?
Yeah, it's hard because your brain wants to, like, dissect everything perfect,
Or it ended up looking like a W, and all you see is, like, a W. So it's actually harder than you think to do these abstract paintings.
100%, yeah.
You think it's super easy, just slap on a couple lines, but I found out real quick that it was a lot harder than I thought. I was like, wow. This is a lot harder than I thought to do some abstract lines.
Oh, yeah. So should we tell the people about our fun game that we do with chores, dishes? It's called Rock, Paper, Dishes.
Oh, yeah.
It's fun for family or couples or whatever. So we're just going to jump right into it. We're going to add an intro at some point. Maybe now. Maybe later. But who does the dishes today? Ready? Rock, paper, scissors. Boom! We're tied. Gonna have to do it again.
It's 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3.
I'll do you.
Rock, paper, dishes. 2 out of 3. Ready? Rock, paper, dishes. One more time. We're tied.
Lightning round.
Ready? Rock, paper, dishes.
No way. Rock, paper, scissors.
One more time.
Rock, paper, dishes. Rock, paper, dishes. No fucking way.
One more time.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, God.
You're like, oh, I can't even get in rock, paper, dishes, probably.
Let me think.
All right, well, we have to get into it, though. Rock,
paper. Wait, one more time.
Rock, paper, scissors. Got you. And I still can't get it said right.
I think that was the longest game of rock, paper, dishes we've ever done.
That was like it's rehearsed. It was not rehearsed.
No, that was not rehearsed.
So,
have you heard about the $2,000 pizza?
I haven't, no. Is it like the GQ 2 Chainz world's most expensive shit?
I think it's something, I saw it on Taste Goods or the Snapchat. You know how Snapchat has those Taste Goods?
Shout out to Snapchat.
I know, shout out to Snapchat. But I heard about the $2,000 pizza, and it's covered in 24 karat gold.
covered, just like encapsulated. Oh, okay.
Flakes,
Yeah.
Obviously, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But so guess what's on it? Besides the gold.
I gotta say, Toro tuna.
Tuna?
I think tuna goes on there.
Sushi?
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea. There's no sushi on there, but that sounds. I don't have.
Well, it should be.
I know.
We gotta send him an email.
I know sushi pizza. I know they have the
filet mignon?
The sushi. No.
Wagyu beef.
No.
No.
Do they put filet mignon on pizza? We're thinking of some good quality pizzas here, though.
Whoever,
actually.
yeah, just credit us if you got some ideas.
I'm sure they've done that, but I have not heard of the sushi pizza. I know they do the sushi burritos and the sushi whatnot, but I don't know if, I think I wouldn't mind having sushi on the pizza. That might be pretty good.
Especially the nice tuna or nice salmon.
Yeah, kind of like instead of Canadian bacon or something, you put like the slices
great
of
idea. Yeah.
tuna on there.
Shout out to me.
But, okay, so keep going.
Caviar.
Yeah, caviar.
Gotta have caviar because I saw it on your list.
So there you have like spoonfuls of caviar, like not just like little sprinkles of caviar. It was like spoonfuls of caviar, like 1, 2, 3
Like the Huntington Gardens with the little tiny morsels on their salmon.
Spoonfuls. Oh. And then the gold flakes, and then can you think of anything else they'd put on here?
Gotta have diamond crust.
Diamond?
Crusted diamond powder.
No. They have the crust is actually black squid ink. So it's black.
Which I've heard has no flavor. It's more for like the look of it.
So like the black squid ink pasta, what does that taste like? Nothing. You just add the sauce.
It just looks different. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Similar to that charcoal toothpaste. Doesn't taste like anything. Looks weird as fuck. Yeah.
Okay, so they have that, and then they have edible flowers on there.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
petals.
I've seen those, but I don't think I've ever eaten them.
No, I've never tried them either. Like,
Eaten. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had rose tea and like rose flavored stuff, but I've never actually. I don't think I've ever eaten roses or any flower that's edible on anything.
Oh yeah. How about my sister telling us about those bobas? 5 to 14 calories per boba.
Oh yeah.
And those teas.
Bobas are sugar.
There are about 75 bobas in each tea.
I like bobas though.
I was like, Gia,
Might
need
be
some
worth it.
gains.
Yeah. So they have I think there's a couple other things on there, but those were the main things that I saw. So it actually looked kind of weird because the flower petals were purple. Then they had the gold, and then the crust was black. So it was,
Super weird, yeah.
Yeah, and then they had the caviar that was black too. So it almost looked a little bit, I don't know, kind of gross, but like, I mean, I'm sure it's like
We're just
probably
judging.
good, but yeah, I was like, oh, like, I don't know about it.
We're just judging a $2,000 pizza from looks.
Yeah.
Well, I hope it tastes good.
I know, like when I get pizza, I want it to be like cheesy and saucy.
Yeah,
and this looked a little bit like black and weird, but
Like a caprese salad.
yeah, if someone gave me the opportunity to try it, I would.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't pay $2,000 for it.
I wouldn't either.
And it's actually it's called Industry Kitchen Restaurant in Manhattan, just so you guys know.
Of course, it's in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Shout out to
what
the
we're talking
whole
about.
Manhattan area.
Yeah.
Never been there. Seems cool. It's all about the West, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Blah, blah.
Oh, and after we painted the eggs and we had our regular basic pizza, your sister's dogs got to eat some of the pizza too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because
One's a cow.
his sister's dog is a Great Pyrenees.
Yep. That's what you call when you have a polar bear in your household.
Yeah, he's the biggest white cow dog you've ever seen. He's like a mini horse, probably bigger than a mini horse.
I would say bigger.
And then they have another dog.
Ziggy,
it's like
Rottweiler mutt type
mix.
thing, yeah.
Oh, cutest little things. So their names
love
are
'em.
Marley and Ziggy. So
Yeah.
cute. But they got to eat some pizza last night with us too.
Yeah.
They're huge dogs.
They love them some pizza.
Yeah, they do.
What human doesn't? What dog doesn't?
I know. And it's funny because Marley's huge, right? So his face is like this big.
Bigger than mine.
Yeah. And so you'll be sitting and on the couch, so you're like sitting about this height, eating the pizza, and he comes up to you and his face is like right in your face and he's just breathing
all up
heavy.
In your business, yeah.
And you're just like, Marley, why are you breathing so heavy? Just his mouth is open. Yeah, just hot breath coming at you. And you're like, Marley, like, God, jeez. Oh, he's a big cow. Do we have a photo? I hope we have a photo. You guys have to see him.
If we don't, we're going to be pointing back here, and you guys will ignore it.
Yeah.
Because we're working through this thing.
He's a lot of maintenance, though. They have to groom him, like, every single week because he has allergies, and it's tough to be that
I could barely groom my own shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My car's white, and I could barely keep that clean.
He was getting close to the egg dye when we were dyeing it. We were like, Marley, you have white fur. Get away from the dye. Like, you can't be here. It's like wearing white pants. You know how you, like, can't do anything when you wear white pants?
But those white pants want to run in the backyard and get dirty.
I know. Marley wants to just run around and get dirty. You're like, no. But what is fun is if you put, like, colored lipstick on and you kiss him, he has, like, cute little red kisses all over his face.
Well, not that I know, but I've seen it.
Oh, I've seen you do it. At least put lipstick on him before he's kissed him. No.
So speaking of us working things out, we need a camera that'll shoot for an hour. Right now we have one that shoots for 20 minutes. So you guys have to deal with little cuts here.
So we have a photo of Nala, our dog, which Nala's never met Marley and Ziggy.
Well, we can't claim her. It is our roommate's dog, but we love her like she's our
dog.
own.
She's our dog. Wink, wink. Wink, wink.
You'll see her playing around here, hopefully, if I figure this all out.
Oh, she's so cute. Look at her. Oh, my goodness. She's so cute. All right.
Welcome back.
Okay. So, yesterday, before we dyed the eggs, we went to the beach.
Yep. I got skin dyed by the sun. Nice and red.
He's an
white on the inside, red on the outside.
Expert at putting sunscreen on.
Yep.
He's got,
finger marks.
I don't know if you can see it, but he likes to just slap it on like this, thinking that he's fully covered in the sunscreen, and then gets burned, and then we get to see all his finger marks.
Yep. Part of
with
the fun.
Sunscreen.
Part of the fun of the day.
Yeah, so it was a pretty good day. There was barely any people at the beach. We went to Huntington Beach.
Yeah, got some nice shots for our background
for the beach. This is our real footage of Huntington Beach behind us.
Real footage, yeah. We brought a GoPro, had a failure on that.
Yeah.
And then we have this camera we're shooting with now, and luckily we got that. But we'll have to loop it. And
we brought the tripod, and we didn't bring the connection to put the camera on the tripod.
Whoops.
So we had the tripod and the camera and no way to attach them. So we had to
camera
figure out...
goes on the bag. GoPro goes on the tripod.
But then the GoPro didn't work because our memory card was like too small or something was happening with our SD card. Just kept saying SD air, so we couldn't even use that. But at least we got some time in the sun.
Trials and tribulations. Should you all want to try your own?
Yeah, so then we went to Main Street and wanted to look at or check out some of the happy hour stuff. But we were a little bit too early for happy hour because a lot of it starts at 3, we found out.
Yep.
Which is weird because some places start at 1, some places start at whatever. But I think
some places lie.
Yeah, I think because we were at the beach, I think a lot of people go to the beach at 1, so they start the happy hour more like at 3 when people leave or at work. So,
especially Friday.
Yes. Like, so we went to second floor.
Yep.
Second floor because they
seemed to be
had
like a biker bar type of thing.
Yeah, it's like a what are those tattoos called? The traditional tattoos.
Yeah.
It's almost like a traditional tattoo art type place.
Yeah.
That has like drinks and stuff.
Yeah. Nachos were incredible.
Oh my god, the nachos are huge.
Yes.
Oh, hopefully we can get a picture of that. The nachos are huge. They were good.
Well, I guess we could, but now they don't look as good.
Why?
Because we'll have to take a picture of our soggy ones.
No, we have a picture of them. I have a picture of them.
We'll get one? Oh, you have a good picture of them. Okay. We will have a picture.
Yeah. So We had the nachos, and they had $3 beers, but I think the $3 beers were... Oh, wait, no, we have $5 margaritas.
Yeah.
And we had the raspberry margaritas. Those were pretty good.
Yeah, I liked them.
Yeah, because I usually don't like the margaritas that come in the huge bowls, and they're kind of slushy, and it kind of seems like it's, like, mainly mixer.
Or all ice.
Yeah, these were, like, in the small cups. So it kind of seemed like just, like, your... all the good parts in one little cup.
Yeah.
I like those.
That's how it tasted. All the good parts in one cup too.
Exactly how it tasted. So we had a good time there. Usually our favorite place to go in Huntington is Sandy's.
Yeah, I like Sandy's. Yeah,
right.
Fred's too for like the party. Sandy for the chillin' drinks.
Well, Fred's is good. Fred's is a Mexican type grill. They have good margaritas, and it's like a beach Mexican type grill. And they have, like, pool tables and stuff. But I like Sandy's at the beach because it's, like, right on the water.
Yeah.
So, like, you have on Main Street, you have, like, all the bars that are kind of going down the street. And then you cross the street where the beach is and the pier. And then there's Duke's on top. And then Sandy's is kind of like you walk down the stairs and Sandy's is right there. So the way they have it is, like, you get to sit at the bar if you want to sit at the bar. And you get to look out onto the water. So I kind of like being
so
like,
amazing, yeah.
on the water.
That's the only way to do it.
And then the other one back at Fred's, if you go outside, you can kind of like overlook to the water, but there's still like a street.
Yeah.
So like all the restaurants are pretty good there, but my favorite would be Sandy's because
definitely.
Being able to
the view, yeah. Bartenders are great. Also.
Yeah, and I think they're remodeling or something because we tried to go there, but it was closed.
Yeah,
so.
Then we had to go to Duke's.
Oh, that one day we went to Duke's.
Yeah.
Duke's is good too, though, because on Sundays Duke's has $4 mimosas.
Oh, right. We need to do that. Well, tomorrow's Easter, so not tomorrow, but soon. I guess next weekend.
Yeah, try the bottomless mimosas somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, second floor had, or is it second? It's second floor, right?
I wish we knew the exact title. It's for sure second floor something, if not just second floor.
Yeah, second floor had. We saw bottomless mimosas on Sunday for, I don't remember what the price was, maybe $15 or something
It sounds,
like that. I've actually never done a bottomless mimosas.
I haven't either, no.
Yeah, either have I, so that would be fun to do.
I think so too, yeah.
So, if you ever go to Huntington Beach, I would definitely recommend Duke's, Sandy's. We've even been to Sharky's.
Sharky's, I mean... What's bad over there? Nothing's bad because their rent's so high. Bad.
I do want to check out Bungalow. The Bungalow.
Yeah.
Their first one was in Santa Monica, and then they just opened one in Huntington Beach. So we haven't been able to go to that one yet.
We'll have to do that.
It's not on Main Street; it's a street down from it, which is a good one. And another good fact, now that we're on Huntington Beach, is
our favorite place.
If you're driving along, and we were trying to find a spot to film that didn't have any people.
Oh, right.
So we pull into this where you can park kind of like by the water. And there's like nobody there. What is like off season right now.
Yeah,
it's not like
early
summertime
on Friday,
yet.
like 10.
Yeah, and it's still kind of like winterish right now. So we pull in, and then we see the sign, and it says $15 to park. And there's like nobody at the beach today.
No, thank you.
Yeah, you could do like meter parking. There's street parking. We were like, no. So we reversed and pulled out like $15 to park at the beach. So if you ever go to Huntington, don't park there.
Let's find some street parking.
Yes, so we
unless it's a holiday or something, then no chance.
Yeah, no chance. But I mean, there's definitely quite a bit of parking. So we
could get it found.
Pulled out of there, crossed the street. And there was parking, like, right there. So we had to walk, like, barely anything. Saved $15.
Well worth it.
Yeah, so don't be fooled.
For a 3-minute walk.
Don't be fooled by that.
Your boy got a nice Mandels tan, though.
Oh, yeah, you did get a...
Sunburn where my Mandels go.
Man sandals.
Man sandals, Mandels.
Don't forget to put sunscreen on the top of your feet if you haven't been there in a while.
Yeah. That would be for sure if you're as white as me. It's like, I'm just going to grab a tan real quick. Grab the burn real quick.
Probably all the people in Coachella are grabbing a burn right now. Did you...
I bet. Yeah, it's not too hot, though.
No. Did you see Kylie Jenner's new highlighter wig that she put on?
I haven't, no. But she's always rocking wigs.
Like, yeah, and like I kind of usually like them, but this one was like really highlighter, like a green, like a
highlighter on
green.
fleek. Oh, really?
Yeah, she called it highlighter, but I was like, ooh, I'm not sure.
Too much?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I wish I could wear a bunch of wigs, but that would be fun to have a whole bunch of wigs that you could put on. But they do kind of mess up your hair. I don't know if you've ever put one on or if anyone's put one on.
No.
But they kind of glue it. I've seen them like do it. I've never put one on, but they like
the
kind
lace
of glue
front
it.
kind.
Yeah, to your head, so then when they pull it off, it kind of rips your hair out a little bit. So
don't want that.
Her hair probably goes through a lot of trauma.
I bet her whole body as well.
Yeah. It would be fun to have highlighter hair for a day. I did like the blue one.
Tyga's out here shining in the new G-Wagon.
Yeah?
The new off-road one looked way too tall for him. That's why, like, I'm way too short for, like, any lifted vehicle. He's in the same boat.
How tall is he?
I assume my height is shorter. He's probably, like, 5'6" or so.
Really? He always looks so tall in the...
Well, she's probably 5'2".
No way. She's taller.
Nah.
Well, I have no idea.
Because Kendall still towers over her.
Kendall's really tall, though. I think, like 5'10". But I thought Kylie was, like 5'6", like my height.
Oh, maybe.
But I have no idea. Who knows about
Who knows? Yeah, we don't know. We'll meet them eventually, and they'll bring this up to us.
Yeah. That would be fun.
And we'll be like, what? No, don't remember it.
I know. We've seen a lot of famous people living, like, in L.A. and stuff, but I've never seen them. I don't know where they hide out, but...
Rich parts. We have no business in those parts.
I've been there a couple times, but... I don't know. I've never seen them. Like, when you go to, like, Nobu and Beverly Hills and stuff.
Oh, yeah, when we go.
Well, I went to that one, what's it called? Barton G. I went to Barton G, the restaurant.
Well, for shooting something.
Well, yeah, but I still got to eat there, and it was actually a really cool place. I don't know if anyone knows about Barton G, but the way that they bring out their food is like these huge, like extravagant art pieces. So they brought out this, I think, the swordfish, and they had this huge like samurai sword that comes like out with your food. Or if you order the popcorn, like the appetizer, the popcorn appetizer, it comes with like this huge popcorn like stand, like at a carnival, you know, those huge popcorn things.
Maker thing?
Yeah,
oh,
so like they bring it out to you and you're just like, oh my god, what is this?
Hell yeah.
And I ordered the lobster Pop-Tarts. So,
lobster Pop-Tarts?
Yeah. So it came out with, it was like an old-fashioned I guess toaster. Old-fashioned toaster, kind of like from the 60s or something. And then the lobster Pop-Tarts were like in the little slots, and they brought the whole thing out to us.
What?
Yeah, it was really cool.
That sounds amazing.
They were good too. It was like some sort of a flaky crust, and then like lobster and cheese.
Oh yeah.
It was so good.
They have that at Albertsons?
Yeah. And
Hell no.
They had a sauce that went with it too, like a, you know, the Eggs Benedict sauce was the
Hollandaise.
I think it was like some sort of a hollandaise sauce with it that was really good. I like cheese, so that was good.
Oh yeah. Ooh, what's that Kraft cheese I like? Low moisture mozzarella.
No, it's like skim milk.
Skim milk, low moisture mozzarella.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Like usually when you go to buy stuff, like the low fat stuff tends to be, you know, not as good as the fat stuff. But for some reason, this Kraft skim milk mozzarella is actually really good.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it actually, you would think like skim milk probably tastes not as good as like the higher one, but it's actually pretty good.
Oh, that's the truth.
Speaking of food that's not good for you, there's a donut place. I don't like donuts, but I saw there's this place called the Donut Vault in Chicago, and they have a glazed donut that they put, I think, on a champagne glass, and then they pour champagne over the glazed donut.
Oh, yeah, into the...
Yep.
Yes. That sounds insane.
I don't normally like donuts, but I think I would try this one if I was in Chicago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I think adding the champagne to the glaze, like, I'm not sure if the champagne goes through the glaze and kind of adds into the
I think so, yeah.
champagne.
Well, that's how I took it.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Do you like donuts?
Oh, yeah. Give me some donuts.
I know, I
Krispy
usually don't
Kreme.
like donuts. Oh, wait, you know what? I do
hot
like
signs
a
on?
hot, yeah.
I'm like, skeet.
If it's fresh Krispy Kreme and it's the original Krispy Kreme donut, then I would like it. Remember that one time? Oh, we went to Krispy Kreme donut at, I want to say, it was after we went bowling at Lucky Strike in Orange County. We went to Lucky Strike at Orange County, and they have a...
at the
Lucky
block?
Strike is actually really
block?
good. No, I don't think it's at the block, but there's a Lucky Strike in Orange County, which is like really nice. It's like a fancy bowling place, because usually bowling places are kind of like, you know, the lights
Hoopty.
are, yeah, you know. So Lucky Strike is like a fancy bowling place. But right after we went bowling at Lucky Strike, there's a Krispy Kreme, and we're like, you know what, let's stop, because we don't have Krispy Kremes in Fullerton, or usually don't. I haven't seen any when I'm driving. So we went to the Krispy Kreme. We waited in the huge line, got up there, and you know how you can watch all the donuts being made and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
So we get up there and we're like, we're going to have some fresh, original Krispy Kreme donuts. And they said they don't have any. They said it was going to take like an hour, or they don't have any.
It's like, what are you guys doing exactly then?
Like, because they had them, in the like container where you can like pick which donuts you want, but you want like a hot, fresh one right off the... I don't even know if they had them in the thing.
I always want hot, fresh ones.
Yeah, I know. So we were like, let's get like the original hot, fresh Krispy Kreme, and they said they didn't have any.
Savage.
I know. I don't know if they were going to make them in an hour or whatnot, but I just remember thinking, well, what am I doing at Krispy Kreme
WTF,
if I can't get a hot, fresh, original Krispy Kreme donut?
It's not too much to ask.
Isn't that what you go for?
I'm only here to gain a few LBs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let me get
Can you help a brother out?
That's like going to McDonald's and saying that they don't have, you know, their French fries or something.
Yeah. That would be exceptionally weird.
Like, you know what I hate is when you go to McDonald's and you want the French fries or the Big Mac. It's like that one time you're like, let's go and let's get them. And they're like, oh, we're only serving breakfast right now. Yeah. Which is usually the opposite.
Yeah. And you're like, no, curse you.
Like when we were in Vegas, I don't know, for some reason we like McDonald's when we go to Vegas. Probably because it's cheap. Yeah. So usually the only time we go to McDonald's is when we go to Vegas.
Chicken
so
McNuggets.
I think we were staying at a hotel, the Luxor, and they had the McDonald's in the...
Shout out to the Luxor.
Yeah, the pyramid and the Egyptian.
Treating us right.
But we went down, and it was like, I don't know when they stopped serving breakfast there, like 10 or something. But it was like 9:40, and we wanted like chicken McNuggets and like fries. They were like, oh no, we only serve breakfast right now. We're like, and then the lady was
devastated.
like, no, the lady was like, I'll get you some. And I was like, yes. Shout out to that McDonald's. Like,
super shout out to that lady.
Oh,
she helped us out.
I was so happy. I was so happy. Yeah. That one time when you want McDonald's and you want it your way and they got it your way.
Can't do a burger. You can't do anything weird. Yes. Just nuggets. Nuggets for 3 days straight. That's how we do Vegas.
That Krispy Kreme needs to get together, because when you want that 100%. Hot Krispy Kreme, you want it.
Oh, yeah. Here we are back in another...
commercial break, I guess is what we're going to call it.
We'll see you in a minute.
Commercial break to our sponsors. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
We'll be right back.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Back at it again.
From our little commercial break.
Just a small one.
All right, so I recently saw that there was 3 mistakes that Fast and the Furious gets wrong.
The first one or which one?
I think just in general.
In general. Nitrous doesn't explode. That's all I got. That's all I got off the top of my head.
3 things Fast and the Furious gets wrong.
Okay.
And this is according to Road Track.
Road and Track magazine. Okay.
They have a little Snapchat thing.
Yeah.
I was recently going through it, and I was like, what? Like, what did they have?
Well, I would say it wouldn't be close between a Turbo Supra and any muscle car. Nitrous doesn't explode, and there's no street racing through downtown Los Angeles ever.
So you have a couple to add to this. So what they got was I know they should probably hire you to get some of these. So they said you don't need to shift that much. You know how in the movies they're constantly shifting?
Well,
So they said that you don't need to shift every single second. How true is that?
well, that is true, but it all depends. Because they're going through turns, so you have to downshift, upshift, all kinds of stuff. So
the amount that they do it, though, I feel like they cut to the shifting.
definitely more dramatic, but yeah.
So that one's a little bit, you don't quite agree with that one?
If it was a drag race, then yeah, but they're usually turning,
So
for
you
the most
disagree
part.
with Road and Track Magazine on that one a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't read the full thing that they said. I just did the title, so they might have elaborated a little bit more on that.
Yeah.
But then the second one was 10-second races don't take 2 minutes.
That is a fact, yeah.
It's a
but to document
10-second race,
as we
and
well know, it takes longer than the actual.
they got the cutaway shots and the inside shots and the down shots, and it takes so long to do that.
I actually had one of my dad's ex-wives' brother was the director of the first Fast and Furious.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I got to talk to him about all kinds of stuff.
That's really cool.
Yeah, he won some awards and all that.
So the third one was you can't drive that fast in reverse.
100%.
They came up with how they always...
I remember Paul Walker, he was going 60 in reverse on the freeway with the middle finger up to Tyrese in his Evolution.
In the Evolution.
In the yellow Evo.
And they also
Shout out to
said,
Mitsubishi.
Yeah, they also said that the car Paul Walker died in was hard to drive on purpose.
Yeah, here's the thing. Yes, it is a race car. The issue, as far as I've heard, was old tires. 10-year-old tires on this car.
So this
that was sat in a garage.
Okay, so this is what
there's a lot of theories.
Road and Track had to say. They said that the Carrera, it was a Carrera GT.
Yep.
They said that the Carrera GT didn't have stability control on it, and that's
right, full-blown race car. Yeah,
the issue on it. And they said that it was meant to not have stability control because when people take it to the racetrack, which is where you're supposed to be driving it, that people are automatically going to take the stability control off of it, so that they didn't provide stability control.
Don't need it. Yeah.
Car.
It was just a case, as far as I'm concerned, of old tires and a race car driver driving on the street.
Yeah. So it was
because Paul Walker was not driving. He was in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
His friend, a professional race car. Yeah. I forget his name, which I should know his name, but you can't drive like you're on the track when you're on a street.
Yeah.
Like, the street will not hold up to the grip.
Yeah, and whether it was the tires or not tires, that car wasn't supposed to be
definitely both
on the street. Anyway, it was supposed to be on a track, supervised with, medical professionals.
100%. Shout out to Paul Walker.
I know. And Fast and the Furious, too, because I actually like those movies a lot.
Solid movies. In and out.
So when you go to the racetrack you buy this expensive car, you go to the racetrack, and do you need any special license to do this, or can anyone just do this?
It depends. Like, there's open track day where you can just go, but if you want to join like a race, then you need...
like, let's say I won $100 million in the lottery, and I bought $1 million car, and I was like, I'm going to take it to the racetrack and do it. Can I do it, or do I need a special license to be able to handle this car?
I've never owned $1 million car, and I don't 100% know, but I believe if you enter a race, you need to be qualified, right? But if you just want to like go on the track, I think they have open race days where...
That's scary. So you
don't
need anything?
I would like maybe a little safety course or something to begin with, I would bet. But,
and do they have like medical professionals?
Oh yeah, definitely. But tracks are designed where if you go off, you're good because you're going to be in gravel, relatively safe,
Oh, okay. Because there's not anything you can really... Well, like, I guess you can hit the walls and stuff, but there's not,
other
like,
cars,
oncoming cars. Yeah, okay.
But still, everyone's relatively skilled to, like, maneuver around or, safely, bring the vehicle to a stop, something like that.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird that I guess this race car driver would think that he was able to drive on
That's
the
how I
streets,
feel.
but who knows, maybe the tire, you just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what happens on the streets, and that's what's kind of scary about driving like that. But I did hear one time, I don't remember where I heard it from, but Danica Patrick said that she thinks that they should get special licenses because they're professional drivers to be able to drive on like the regular streets. They are so professional that they should be able to give a special license to them to be able to drive a certain way because they're so good. Not necessarily reckless, but a certain way because they're so skilled. Yeah. Like it'd be like a professional swimmer going to like a regular pool and they're like, no, like you need to just doggy paddle. And they're like, no, I'm skilled. I have this and this and this. And they're like, no, you need to do this. But
yeah. Well, it's a whole military thing. Like, you have all these skills and you come back and you work at Jiffy Lube or something. It's like, oh, well, fuck.
You have all these skills.
Yeah, like, now what the fuck do I do? Yeah, it's tough when you learn anything that hard.
Yeah, and then you can't, like, use it like you're, like, a professional race car driver and you drive, like, high speed and you do all this, then you get like on like the freeway and you have to go like 65 and you're like, I'm
just
technically
dying.
technically trained to be able to maneuver in such a way. It's kind of weird.
That's the truth.
That they do that.
I mean, but now these cars have 600, 1,000 horsepower. It's like, should you need a separate license for that to even own it?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if I just happen to come across like so many millions, like winning the lottery or whatever happens, and I can just purchase this $1 million car that has this much horsepower, I'm just allowed to go on the street with it. Like that seems
as of now,
crazy.
It's super weird.
Well, I guess we don't know. Well, I think like never heard of having to own a special license.
Oh no. Well, in fact, like Mustang owners have a bad rap because there's so much power in such a cheap car. All they do is crash into stuff, hit people, all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah. So like you should, but no, don't have to.
You don't have to have it. That's kind of weird.
It's the weirdest thing. It's kind of unreasonable.
Yeah.
Like here's 6 cars in one. You got this? Yeah, I got this. Skirt.
Yeah. You got the
skirt.
You got the money to pay for it? Okay. You got the money.
Yeah, no problem.
Like if this crashes, you good? Like, yeah, I got it.
Yep.
Even though you can rent cars and you can also, I know in Vegas you can do that whole drive the Lamborghinis and drive the different cars for not too expensive, like maybe $300. You get to pick like that. 2 exotic cars you get to drive for $300 to $500.
Yeah, on that racetrack. It sounds like fun to me. We'll have to
do you need to know how to shift to do that? Like
they're all paddle shift cars. There's no more manual.
Paddle shift? So do they ask you?
They could teach you in 5 seconds.
Really?
You just go, all right, when it sounds like rush, then you shift. Like you'll know immediately.
Okay, so the road track also, they call it road track. Is it road track?
Road and track.
Road and track?
Road ampersand track.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so they had a how to do a burnout segment.
Okay.
So their step 1 was bring up revs. Vroom, 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 vroom.
Yeah.
Their step 2 was dump clutch.
Yeah.
And then their step 3 was immediately shift left foot to brake.
Yeah, that would make sense. But there's a brake stand where you're on the brakes, and you do that also. You do that first. You're on the brakes first.
What do you do?
You're on the brakes first. That's like a moving burnout. That one you're describing is you're going to be moving forward. There's also ones where you stay still, a brake stand burnout, where you're on the brakes and you're standing still.
I felt like
that one's moving forward a bit. That one's moving a little forward.
Forward a bit?
That's like a slow creep.
Like
which style points might go to like slow creep?
One of my favorite shows to watch. What was it called? Pastime.
Oh, right.
Aren't you not supposed to go forward when you do the burnout?
Well, for them, yes. But this is a more style points burnout. That's like racing burnout. So
style points, if you go forward, you get more points?
Some would say.
Some would say, but if you're just
doing a brake stand burnout's relatively easy.
How was the brake stand burnout?
But if you can cruise it, because then you're more heavy on the brake, so you don't move at all. Like this way, you're creeping out a little bit. You're like, "Whoa."
So you bring up the rev, so you're not on the brake. I guess it didn't specify if you're on the brake or if you're
first, right? That's when it would change.
It just said bring up revs, dump clutch.
Because if you're not on the brakes first and you bring up the revs, then you're gonna be creeping forward because you're breaking traction, so you're like creeping
forward. But the way to do it if you're racing would be to
you be on the brakes,
brake,
light them up, but then you'll go through just to like, I don't know the technical term, but you're going to medium temperature the tires back because you don't want them like 500% hot, you want them like 100% hot.
When you're racing?
Mm-hmm. Because you want all grip. You don't want goo, you want like good grip.
Because I feel like once it jumps, well, I guess they're not trying to jump. It just happens, right, when they're racing.
Yeah, those would be turbo cars usually. Yeah.
Because then it's like they have to reset it, and like everyone's like, oh, you jumped it, and they have to reset and go back to it.
Yeah, you have to bump it because you have to have the turbo spooled up because you have to be on boost when you leave. But I'm sure.
So are they doing that for fun, or are they doing that to start the race and pass time?
To start it, because you want grip and you want your motor like ready to go instead of like waking it up, like wake up and let's go.
So
it's like
not just
we're already ready. Yeah.
It's ready to
you
go.
want to be like
to get the best pastime. Why'd they cancel that show? It's actually
apparently it was just us watching it.
One of the only shows I like to watch. What was it on?
Speed Channel.
On the Speed Channel.
Which is now Velocity, or is it? I have no idea.
You know what? They might have changed it to Velocity or something. But that was one of my favorite shows. I don't know if you guys have watched it. Pastime. They probably have.
10, 12.
I know.
We used to bet on it.
We would play a game of like what the car was going to do as a pastime. You know how that's how the show goes. The 3 judges try to guess which car is going to...
Or used to go.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Which car is going to do the fastest time, and is it which car? It's which car, and it's how fast they're going to do the pastime.
Yep.
So how fast they're going to get to the other side. And how long was the...
track was quarter mile.
Quarter mile. So they'd ask them, I think they got like maybe a couple questions to ask, like, is it turbo is it nitrous, just like some basic questions, I guess. What
size tires?
To figure it out. And then they get to like guess. And after watching these like back to back to back with him, I realized that if you guess 10-12 on every single one, at the end of each episode, I would come out ahead.
Yeah, with average the win.
Average winning of this would be 10-12 would be the pastime.
Super safe.
Like I would get a couple wrong and a couple like some would be like really like 8 minutes, but that's like, you know, and then some would be a little bit higher. But if you average 10-12, you would get it right pretty much every time.
Yep.
So we cracked
out the mathematical code to that show. I wanted
to go on that show. You know, they have like one of the, it's like a car professional.
Yep.
The host or 2 car professionals. No, it's 1 car professional and 2
regular
average.
People. Yeah.
Well,
usually
people who know about cars, but just people who watch the show and go in. I always wanted to write to that show and go in and just hit 10-12 every time and see if I could win the money.
Probably would.
That'd be so much fun. So, I guess that's about time for us today. We wanted to mention that we have an email address.
All right. The email is going to be the Lady and the Fox
podcast.
pod@gmail.com.
So we're not
doing the Instagram is
Lady and the Fox podcast.
So I may change that. One? It is pod. Instagram is the Lady and the Fox pod. Email.
The Instagram is Lady and the Fox podcast.
The Instagram we got this.
Okay. Both of them are going to be the Lady and the Fox podcast. So we'll change it. We'll have our...
Well, let's change the Instagram to pod then, because that'll be easier than changing the email.
So both are going to be...
Not that we're taking shortcuts or anything.
So both will be the Lady and the Fox pod.
Yep.
So Lady and the Fox pod @gmail.com, and our Instagram will be the Lady and the Fox pod @Lady and the Fox pod.
Feel free to shoot us questions, comments, But don't feel free to hate on us.
You can
Save
hate
that
on
for
us all
YouTube
you
comments.
want. You can hate on us all you want.
Just
That's
send
okay.
it directly to us.
We might even do a hate mail segment. I kind of like those.
Oh, we might do that.
Everybody's got haters, but if you have any questions or if you know any answers, like
If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping.
when we do some of these segments, sometimes we don't know the correct answers. So if you have any input on what you guys know, go ahead.
We verified Tyga's 5'7", FYI.
Tyga is 5'7"?
Yeah.
But that's what Google says, so who knows? We didn't actually measure him. And
We didn't.
Kylie is 5'6", is what we Googled, but who knows?
Shout out to them, FYI.
Yeah, shout out to them. And don't forget to subscribe and like our channel.
Yes, please, please tell people about it. We are very excited and very much are looking forward to having an apartment due to this. Thank you guys. See you later.
All right, see you later. Oh wait, this is the Lady in the Fox.
This is the Lady in the Fox
podcast.
podcast.
Good night.
Good night.